I'm Dan McQuade.
I'm Dom Cosentino.
Welcome to Emergency Football Show Weekly. We're going to talk about the hilarious end to the Cowboys-Washington game.
I feel like you take a lot of pleasure in pointing out that it was hilarious that the Cowboys...
I do. My favorite thing in football, possibly even more than an Eagles Super Bowl victory, is like when the Cowboys lose the game in some funny way. Why don't you describe the final play?
Well, the Cowboys got down to the 31-yard line of Washington, and then they decided to run the ball rather than be aggressive, and they gained 2 more yards. Now they're lining up for a field goal, and their long snapper kind of jerked the ball a little bit before he snapped it, and Washington knew that he did this as a thing, and so they jumped off sides, and that created a penalty, which backed the Dallas up 5 yards, and then the field goal try from 52 yards instead of 47 yards wound up doinking off the upright.
He also shook the ball on the other try, so they could have jumped again. That's an amazing bit of gamesmanship.
Like taking advantage of that by jumping off sides on purpose because you know it's coming. But I think you ought to take advantage of the rules as best you can. The Steelers did it the week before. I think that kind of stuff's cool. I think the teams ought to do more of it, to be honest with you.
It is fun when you see something in an NFL game that you don't really think you've ever seen before. And now it seems weird to say that for like just he hiked the ball in a weird way and they jumped offside, but it was fun.
And the Cowboys lost.
Yeah, and the Cowboys lost. Next up, Drew Brees has yet to throw an interception this year through his 500th touchdown this season.
I don't know if we have a take on Drew Brees, though. He's just great.
I don't think the Saints are all that good.
Ooh, that's a little spicy.
I think they're just okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think they're just all right. I don't know. But what kind of take is that? Like, just looking at them, I think that they're just okay. They don't meet the eye test? Yeah, the Saints don't meet the eye test.
Okay.
Despite having Drew Brees, one of the best quarterbacks of all time.
They're good. They're really good.
They're okay. I think their record is better than what they actually are. Football experts here, guys. So next we're going to talk about a team that I think is even worse than the Saints, and that's my Philadelphia Eagles. This week the Eagles were up 17-0 in the fourth quarter. Carson Wentz looked amazing. They were cruising, and they lost 21-17.
Credit where it's due, though. Cam Newton made some pretty good plays in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he really did. I mean, I don't mean to take anything away from him.
Super Bowl hangover.
Newton, yes. No, I mean, now, this is a secondary that gave up 505 yards passing in the Super Bowl.
It's just the way the league's gone this year, though, too, is the defenses tend not to be very good again, on an offenses. Keep finding ways to exploit that.
Next, we're going to talk about the Arizona Cardinals, who are the worst team of any of the teams we've mentioned on today's show. Why don't you diagnose the problems with the Cardinals, Dom?
Where to begin? But I think really it begins off, a lot of it is offensively, and they fired offensive coordinator Mike McQuade after this last game. They're really bad. They've got a rookie, Josh Rosen, who I think has some promise, but he's under pressure, under duress a lot of the time. It's been ugly. They've been losing games in an ugly fashion, and I think this past week's was a great example of that. They were toilet soup, as Sammer wrote on Deadspin.
Is there anything we can learn about Rosen this year, despite the struggles of his line?
I think it's going to be really hard because I think, in all likelihood, Rosen could be looking at a whole new offense, a whole new coaching staff next year. So I think it's really early to say much of anything about where he is and where he's headed.
Good job, Arizona. So yeah, thanks for watching Emergency Football Weekly.
Is it Football Show Week?
Emergency Football Show Weekly, yeah.